Hello, I'm Jonathan Boyd, Editorial Director of Investment Europe. With me, I have my colleague Eugenia Jiménez, who is Iberia Correspondent and also responsible for Italy for Investment Europe. Hello, Eugenia.
Hello, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We're going to talk about the Women in Investment Awards 2019 Italy, which takes place on the 2nd of October in Milan. But I wanted to ask you, since you cover Italy as well as Iberia, what is it all about?
Well, Investment Europe kind of followed the path traced by its sister publication Investment Week, which has been running these awards for several years in the UK. But what we are doing is quite different in the sense that we are focusing on Italy. What we are aiming with these awards is we are seeking to honor the achievements of women working for the Italian investment industry. That's what it's all about, a recognition that it's more than needed.
How do we award them, and what is the process that's involved in these awards?
It's a nomination-driven process, so people could nominate themselves or their peers. These names were collected through a sprint. We had to be in charge of this collection, and then that process was followed by an initial screening by members of Investment Europe. This screening then resulted in the shortlist that came out in mid-July. The names on the shortlist then will be judged by members of the judging panel, who will be looking to the names through the end of July.
So we've got a process that's gone from the spring into the summer. The shortlist is available, and the judges will tell us who they think should win and get the award at the awards event in October.
Exactly, that's how it works. So we have to keep part of the process secretly, because then it makes more exciting the whole competition and what it is all about.
We'd love to see everyone there at the event, wouldn't we?
Absolutely. I mean, we can't wait to have this sort of event in Italy because, as I mentioned before, even though that in countries like the UK, this is something that has been happening for years, in Italy it's not something that has happened that often. So we really hope every woman working in the industry, as well as their peers, men, it's not just about women, men and women, coming together to celebrate this recognition.
I believe we do have a short list, and I was going to ask you, could you elaborate a bit on what the categories are and who are the women who are being recognised in the shortlist? Because even being shortlisted is a really good achievement in itself.
Absolutely. All these women working in the industry shouldn't be thinking that if they don't get the final prize, the final recognition, they are not the winners. That's not a real achievement itself. They have already been recognized in certain way just by having been included in this shortlist by their colleagues and the people who know how they work and want to recognize all their effort, talent, and knowledge. So the awards we have included 10 categories that I'm gonna mention them shortly, and we have already published the names as well as the categories in Investment Europe website, as well as in the event page, which all of you that you are listening to this podcast can have access. Just going to investmenteurope.net if you want to have further information on all this. But I'm gonna just give you some details of the categories. So we have a category which is Analyst of the Year, and the 3 names that came in the shortlist were Francesca Vila from Banca Mediolanum, Manuela Sedermas from Taches Capital, Patrizia Busoli from Pramerica SGR. The second category is Fund Manager of the Year Award, Fund Selector of the Year, a third one, Investment Woman of the Year, fourth, Mentor of the Year, the Most Inspiring Returner, Role Model of the Year, Team Leader of the Year, Young Investment Woman of the Year, and Lifetime Achievement Award. These are the 10 categories, and in case you want to find out who have been nominated, just go to the website, as I mentioned.
The Lifetime Achievement Award, am I correct in thinking that's handed out in the evening itself and there's no actual shortlist for that one?
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you for reminding this, because that's an exception compared to the others. That award will be announced on the night. So you have to come to the awards. You can't miss that opportunity, especially if you want to find out who is going to be the winner of this recognition.
So next steps, presumably, go to the event website, look at further details there. As you mentioned, investmenteurope.net, and then look for the events tab. And there, I think you can get the details such as the venue, which I understand is the Palazzo Parigi in Milan, who the judges are on the panel, table bookings if you want to book a table for that evening, and also information on the sustainability commitment that we on Investment Europe are now rolling out across all the events that we're hosting.
Absolutely. I can't think of anything else to add to all that you said. You went like point for point all the information that they will find there. So, well, actually, I think we forgot like a really important one.
And of course, the sponsors, yes. So we've got Aviva Investors and Natixis on as associate sponsors for the event. But we've also got other partners, such as Business Green, which is another sister title to ourselves. We've got the Association of Professional Fund Investors, our carbon offsetting partner, which is Ecosphere Plus. And we also have the Forum para la Finanza Sostenible.
You said it great.
Thank you, which is our local Italian sustainability partner. We are certainly hoping to see all of them there at the event as well. And just to remind you, that it is on the 2nd of October in Milan.
At the Palazzo Parigi. But as we said, go to investmenteurope.net to find out further details on the works. We hope to see you there.
Likewise. Thanks for listening.